Hello, hello, hello. So, I'm sorry, I'm lady on my, I guess might be doing Thursdays. I'm sorry for hearing screaming in the background. That was my children playing and having fun. Maybe we can shut the door more. It'll be quieter. It's a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, usually on my Wednesday or Thursdays, I do a go live. I do a crochet and chat, but today we're going to do something a little bit different because I have a package. Hobby! And I wanted to unbox it with you. I know it's not much, but it's a lot to me because I'm going to use it to make something for a very dear friend. So, let's get her open. I know. Crazy. Rip through plastic. Maybe if I had perforated edges, that would be a lot more fun. So here it is. It's a bunch of Amigo yarn. It's very lovely. Ooh. This is pretty soft. It's 100% acrylic yarn. Maybe I should have gotten more chunky. I don't know. It says a 5mm, so hook. So, because I crochet, I don't knit. But if you do knit, use 4mm needles. It's very squishy. So I have green. And I have some of this white creamy eggshelly color. And I have brown. I'm going to put it over this way. And I have yellow. It's all Amigo. And they didn't put a candy in here. Hobby almost always gives you a candy. But I'm going to use this yarn for something very special. I'm going to be making a blanket. Well, this is the start. I'll probably have to order more yarn. But see, these are going to be the main middle colors. I'm going to be making granny squares. If anybody can guess. I'll give you a few minutes. I'll give you a few seconds. Okay. So I'm going to be making special granny squares. I'm going to be making granny squares that have some flowers in them because I have a friend who loves sunflowers. And so I'm going to make granny squares, and I'm going to surround them by the green and the white intermittently. And let me see if I can find at least a black and white picture. Okay, I might have. Holy moly. I've kind of got a lot in here. But anyway, I'm going to sew them together and make a blanket. And I don't think I can find it. I'm sorry. But it's also a pattern from the Hobby website. Excuse me. Sorry for being a little bit. So this is my haul, I should say. And I have my hooks. And yeah. Life is going a little hectic because I have 3 kids home for the summer. And so I have to find time to film. Plus, while they're home and they're young, so it's not like I can just take a bunch of time and do. So this isn't going to be a very long video. But let's see what else is going on. They're going to be going to Lego Club today because they like to do Legos later this afternoon. And see, we're trying to get chores. So chores are always a big deal. If any of you have kids and you have any advice about chores, please let me know on how to get kids to do chores. It's more fun. I know, it's like nobody likes to do chores. I don't even like to do chores. I don't like to do chores. I understand. Yeah. But we got to do it. We got to do it. And I got to instill a good work ethic in my children. Otherwise, what am I good for? And then, so we're going to be spending some time at the library doing the Lego Club, and it's my husband's birthday is coming up. Gosh, in like a week or so. So that's exciting. And let's see. I've been doing a lot better because I always like to have a bit of a talk about mental health. So I've been struggling pretty hard with my depression and being depressed. And part of that is because I was not accepting part of who I am as a person and doing some of the stuff that I love and being me. So I'm learning to embrace me as for who I am. And that sounds silly and it sounds simple, for embracing yourself, like, oh, it's so easy. But sometimes we pick ourselves apart so much, and we don't like we just convince ourselves we don't like ourselves, and we're supposed to love ourselves. If nobody loves you, you gotta love yourself, and you have to. And I've had to learning to be okay of being alone, because I'm not good at being alone. I don't like to be alone. I'm the type of person who wants somebody to be around me, and I have to learn to be in my own company. To me, that was scary. And learning that loving myself and being alone with myself, liking myself, is okay. And it's less, and that has helped me be less depressed, because I'm an okay person. A lot of people like yourselves, and there's nothing wrong with doing that, because who else is going to take care of you but you? You're your first and last line of defense. I've been reading this book here by Amy Purdy called Bounce Forward, and something she said really struck me about from, I think it was either, yeah, being your own biggest advocate, believing you're worthy. First and foremost, you need to value your life enough to fight for it. You need to believe that you are worthy of the best life possible and refuse to settle for a diminished quality of life, even if doing so would be more convenient for the experts responsible for your care. And now she's talking about health and other things, but anybody responsible for your care, anybody in there, because there was somewhere in here that she said, if you don't learn to take care of yourself, who else is going to take care of you? How are they going to know? And if you don't, and that's also coming back to being vulnerable, because sometimes you do need other people's help, but that comes with your own self-care, because that's part of your own self-care, is knowing when you need to ask for help. And that is self-care. And self-care is really important. And that's something I've learned too, is that I need my own self-care. Oh my goodness, I need better lighting. Right now my eyes are in such bad shadow. I need as that I needed my own self-care, and I needed to learn to like myself and take time for myself. And when I took time for myself, and it was just half an hour, it wasn't a big deal. It was just, I just needed to meditate. But it was time to myself, and I said, I need this. I told my husband I'm going to go meditate. And he was like, oh, okay. And, you know, some of this, the crochet, is some of the part of how I take care of myself too, because I create something beautiful. By creating beautiful things, I'm taking care of some of my creative part of my brain that wants to create things, you know, make creations, but it's relaxing for me to, and it helps with my anxiety, to do that repetition. It helps with my anxiety. It helps with my ADHD, to calm my brain down and just do something repetitive, like crochet, and it keeps my hands busy. So I've learned to have to do things to take care of me. And so learning who you are and what your needs are, and also learning to be with yourself, that it's okay to be with you, and you can learn to be your own person and love yourself, are all good things. And they all help with getting out of a depression. And again, depression is another thing that if you need help with, that doesn't mean don't go to a doctor. That doesn't mean don't go to a therapist. That is just one facet of my depression that I have learned to help for me. And if it helps you, then I think that's wonderful. And like I said, I'm not a doctor. You need to talk to your doctor if you're struggling. And you might have different needs than me. You're a different person. You guys are different people than me. But anyway, that was just my hit on mental health, because I check into the mental health. And, you know, another big part for my mental health is my faith, because I am nothing without God. That's something for me. Again, if I am not consistently praying and reading my Bible, and believe me, it's not like I do copious amounts, okay? I take a little time every day. It's not it's not like, "Oh, I'm reading chapters and chapters." No, I read a little bit of scripture every day. It's not a big thing. It's I have a Bible app, and it's like a little bit of scripture, like a verse or two. I'm not like super, and now don't get me, I'm not super religious, okay? I hate being called religious. Like, I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. You'll not catch me being religious. I have faith. Yes. And it's my faith. It's my faith. It's not your faith. It's my relationship. It's not your relationship. Your relationship with God may look different. You know, or if you have a relationship with God. Maybe you don't. That's your business. But I'm on here sharing my business. So anyway, I just feel the need to express that because I don't want to be got on here and oh, she's a super religious, and yes, I'm a Jesus freak, but I'm not a religious freak. No, don't like that. Don't coach me on that. Anyway, so I said I wasn't going to be on here very long, and I'm not, but I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again next week. Well, I'll see you again tomorrow, really, because I'm going to read, but that's for my reading portion, for those of you who like my reading portion. And remember, if you like this channel, to hit that subscribe button. It's free. Have fun. I hope you're having have a fabulous week, and I will see you again. Bye.